No Chill Sports is an unapologetic, high-energy sports show where opinions fly fast and facts hit hard. The views and opinions expressed on this program are solely those of the hosts and guests, and do not necessarily reflect those of any affiliated networks, sponsors, or partners. Content may include passionate debates, bold predictions, and unfiltered takes that some viewers may find intense or controversial. Listener discretion is advised. If you're looking for chill, this ain't the place.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Rant with Pough and That. Well, the mic stay hot, the takes are bold, the truth is unfiltered. No scripts, just two voices bringing the heat with heart. Real, raw, and unapologetically honest. What's good with you, my boy?
You wrote that down?
Yes.
Oh, you had to, cause I was about to say if that was coming up, if that was a freestyle, man, I was about to say that was.
Listen, I'm like Wayne, sober Wayne with the mic, like pre-lean Wayne. That's what I got cold with it. But man, we got a lot to talk about tonight, man. I guess we'll get in on the conversation too. Got a lot to talk about tonight. But first, man, first things first. I do want to say my condolences to the Irsay family, Colts fans and everything. Jim Irsay passed away today. Owner of the Indianapolis Colts passed away at the age of 65. We do know he has a very controversial presence with a lot of things because of his very public battle with sobriety. However, at the end of the day, he's still someone's son. He's still someone's husband. He's still someone's father. Well, boyfriend, however, he's someone's loved one. And I wish his family, all those affected, nothing but our deepest condolences.
Yeah, it's crazy because he was just tweeting about the playoffs, the NBA playoffs with the Pacers in the Eastern Conference Finals. So it's very unexpected, but like you say, his legacy is definitely one that's complex and complicated. But I do have to recognize him for being one of the main owners spearheading the cause to get Daniel Snyder out of Washington. So
you read my mind. Yeah,
as complicated as as dark as some of his history is, I think we do got to shine light on some of the good he did as an owner. At the end of the day, it's tough loss for the NFL because he was a very public and recognized owner who I think a lot of people had affection for because of his story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, I do want to send our condolences to Texas A&M and the Texas A&M faithful family and friends of Texas A&M safety Brian Williams. He passed away over the weekend. It appears to be related to a heat stroke that he had from. They said he ran a half marathon. So
yes,
over the weekend. Yeah. Like I said, man, our deepest condolences to him and that family. We have, you have young people who battle that. It's something. I had a Caleb about 2 years ago. He was outside cutting grass and stuff. He helped his stepfather in the yard and stuff. And he came in the house, went to take a shower, and next thing you know, his mom found him in the bathroom, seizing and stuff. So he had to be rushed to the hospital and stuff. And it's one of the scariest things you can experience as a parent. And heat is no joke, especially in the South. I encourage everybody, whether you're gonna be outside in the yard for 5 minutes or 10 minutes or an hour, drink water. And if you're thirsty, you're already dehydrated. So that's something that military taught us very well. If you thirsty now, you already dehydrated. You need to be drinking water. So y'all gonna be out there this summer getting your boots on the ground, shaking your fans and stuff. You might want to drink your water. So yeah, but man, let's go ahead pick it up. Start talking about some of these other topics. But before we do, we gotta give a shout out to our partners, sponsors over at Dubby. Dubby is a powdered energy drink aimed at gamers and individuals seeking focus and energy. It's known for its clean ingredients, no jitters, and various flavors. Dubby is also available in a hydration formula for those needing electrolytes. Dubby achieves its smooth, effective focus with a high-end tasting experience while using no sugars, fillers, artificial color, or dyes. Try Dubby today by scanning the QR code that you see on screen or visit them at the website at bit.ly/no-chill-dubby. Dubby, your taste buds' favorite energy drink. All right, man. I feel like we should be playing like the theme for Rocky or something. The craziness. I want to talk about this in two parts. So, first part, let's talk about the whole Caitlyn. I was going to say Caitlyn Jenner, Caitlyn Clark, Angel Reese, flagrant foul. And the reason I say two parts because I feel like the story is no longer about this foul, and we'll get there, and that leads to the second part. But I do want to talk about this first part. The foul. And it's been 3 years since you have talked me into buying a league pass for the WNBA, and they've been going up on their prices too. So
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you owe me some money. Nah, for real. But the league pass, so I've been watching. I started watching more WNBA basketball. One thing that you've been saying for a long time, and I noticed, and I can attest to, as someone who didn't just start watching last week, the WNBA is probably way more physical than the NBA. It's not your average game of what you see in the NBA of I'm just gonna drive by you, dunk, I'm gonna shoot a three. It's a lot more scheme, it's a lot more skill, and it's a lot more physical. With that said, the foul on Caitlin Clark put on Angel Reese was a basketball play, but it went too far. I think it went too far. Angel's response is a natural response. Was there a little bit more to it? I'm sure. They have history. It goes back it goes back longer than the LSU Iowa game. It goes back when Angels was playing at Maryland, if I'm not mistaken. But it sounds like it's more of a rivalry and not a friendly one. But this thing has gotten blown out of proportion with all the extra commentary, all the extra thoughts of how these two think of each other when all we have is what they've said to the press and said in the media and their play on the court. Your thoughts on just the foul, the reaction, and then all this other extra commentary.
Excuse me. All right, so the foul. It's a basketball play. It's no different than what we see in every other WNBA game that's gonna be played this season. I don't think it was excessive. I don't think there was anything extra added to it. I don't think there was any malice in it. I think it was just a take foul where I'm not giving you a wide open layup. Point blank period. I think that's all it was. I think Angel Reese's reaction to it was over the top. Now you could say the way she reacted the way she did because of who fouled her and the history that they have. And that could be, but regardless, I don't think the level of foul that was committed was warranted in that type of reaction. That's just me personally. And I think Aaliyah Boston is the same way. Like, her reaction was warranted in receiving the technical foul also, in her, defense of Caitlin Clark. But it shouldn't even have gotten to the point to where it should have led to a commentary or a discussion. It's a regular foul that we see all the time. But because of who they are and because of the fan bases that each player has respectively, it turns into something other than basketball. And that's why I tweeted out the other day, ungrow the game at this point. Because not that I don't want the WNBA to, have more fans and to, grow and expand and all this kind of stuff. It's the point that the audience brought to the sport, to that fan base, those two fan bases in particular, in the Sky and the Fever, they don't make it about basketball. They make it about everything but basketball. I've seen Angel's endorsement deals and her being on magazine covers and her going to the Met Gala. I've seen all that kind of stuff being brought up. I've seen Caitlin Reese's, relationship with Dave Portnoy and I've seen Caitlin Clark's relationship with Dave Portnoy and her meeting with him and dinner with all that kind of stuff. I've seen all that being like, none of that's relevant to what we're talking about here. We're talking about what happened between the lines. And because of their celebrity status, you get people chiming in talking about stuff other than basketball, which leads to RG3 and Ryan Clark having a Drake Pusha T beef. You know what I mean? Like, it started as a back and forth, and next thing you know, a biracial child is revealed at the end. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really know how we got to this point where it went from a flagrant take foul to bringing up families and wives and children and all this other kind of stuff, bro. Like, now, if there was racial slurs being thrown around in the crowd towards the Sky players, yes, the WNBA needs to do something about that. Investigate, do something about that. Find out who did it. Whatever you gotta do to remedy that problem. But at the same time, if that wasn't the case, and people are using that to justify why Angel Reese acted the way she acted, or to try to vilify the Indiana Fever fans for just being loud and rowdy, like that's a problem too. Like we can't sit up here and make false claims just because the game didn't go the way we wanted it to go, or our favorite player didn't get treated the way we thought she should get treated. Like, if you want to grow the game, that's going to come with people being more excited about the game. That's going to come with more passion from the fans, which is going to come with booing, cheering, and yelling and all this kind of stuff. Now, the racial stuff ain't no place for it. We can all agree with that. But if you just yelling boo or brick or whatever the case may be, we got to get over that, bro. It's sports. Like, y'all can't want to be seen in a higher light by fans, or want the league to be seen in a higher light by fans, and then turn around and have a problem with fans acting like fans. It don't work like that. So this whole situation has led to, or has revealed, a lot of problems with the fandom and the media of the WNBA. Like, a lot of the WNBA fans, especially the newer ones, don't know how to keep the conversation strictly to basketball. And a lot of the WNBA media entertain the drama instead of sticking with basketball. You have former WNBA players who call themselves media analysts or whatever, dropping videos talking about the WNBA, but then doing breakdowns of the NBA playoff matchups. Like, you're part of the problem. You're making this WNBA league be the Kardashians or some kind of reality show by talking about the drama instead of talking about the basketball, bro. And until we can talk about basketball, the league is gonna suffer, because a lot of people don't want to deal with the drama. I'm tired. I done muted Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese. I done Indiana Fever, Chicago. All that is muted on my Twitter feed. I don't want to see that because y'all not talking basketball. Y'all talking about what somebody shared on TikTok or Instagram or whatever. Like, that ain't got nothing to do with basketball, bro.
It's funny you say that. I understand your passion because you want to see it as a sport. I completely agree. Watch it as a sport. This game broke records with an average of 2.7 million viewers. Most watched WNBA games. Yeah, most watched WNBA game on the ESPN platform, period. Now, what you're saying is very true. But what people are getting, or what more people are drawn to, is the reality TV culture. We see it now in it's been in sports. It's just different when you have like players
than it is anything else.
Yes, because everything else is follow me around. This is what my life looks like. This is how I train. This is hard knocks, stuff like that. Oh, I'm getting cut, blah, blah, blah. WNBA is the Real Housewives of whatever. That's the reality TV stuff you get with them. So I completely agree with you on that note. Unfortunately, the culture and the times we live in, that's what's drawing the ire. That's what I hate to say it. That's what's gonna sell. Just like it used to be sex sales, and you would start seeing all these skimpy outfits and stuff like that. But yeah, that's what sells. I get it. The whole, like you said, the Ryan Clark, RG3, like you said, that was like the second part to it, the beef and all that.
And it ain't just them though, bro. Like you got Joe Budden podcast talking about it, bro. Like what? Like they ain't never talk WNBA. The only reason they talking about it is because it's drama. You know what I mean? And like I see Danny saying Draymond get clicks and it ain't, I'm not necessarily talking about the media, bro. Like the media is gonna do what the media does because they're in it for business. They're in it to get clicks, and that's what gets clicks. I'm speaking to the fans, bro. Like if you go on NBA social media, NBA Twitter or whatever, like there's discourse about basketball. Like the WNBA discourse is not about basketball, and it's from the like so-called analysts and podcasters and stuff who cover the WNBA to the average fan like you and me, bro. Like it's I don't understand why we can't talk about basketball if that's what we want this to be about. Like we said grow the game. We didn't say grow the drama. Like it don't make sense to me. Like if the product is getting better year after year, like everybody says it is, then why aren't we focusing on the product? Why are we focusing on the drama?
I agree. I don't even want to stay here long because there are deeper conversations to be had, but we ain't got that much time. Really don't. And honestly, I'm not even my vibe.
I ain't got the energy. I ain't got the
Yeah,
energy.
nah, I was good. I was
I
good
know
after you
people.
said
Uh,
I said I was good after you said Pusha T, Drake, and the biracial baby. I was done after that. I was like, yeah, conversation over. I'm good. So.
like I don't want to like try to leave it and make it seem like there isn't a racial aspect to this and component to this, because obviously that's the case, and that's on both sides, bro. You got the Caitlin Clark stands who have their racist prejudices and their shows, and then you got Angel Reese fans who have their racist prejudices and it shows, bro. And that's on both sides, and that's a main part of the drama that comes with it is the racial undertones and stuff in a lot of these comments, and that's one reason why I can't get with it, bro. Because like neither side is innocent in this. You know what I'm saying? Like both sides, both fan bases have crossed the line multiple times throughout these 3, 4, 5 years that they've had a rivalry. And so, like, if you want to even call it a rivalry, so I just wish it would just get to like Like honestly, I wish Caitlin Clark and Paige would go at it and they create a rivalry because that's so much better. They actually play the similar positions. They can guard each other. Like you can actually have it back and forth going down the court against it. Like it's so much better of a rivalry than Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, who play totally different positions, never guard each other. Like I don't know, bro. That's just my.
All right, man. Let's stick with basketball. The WNBA finals, conference finals, are going on. OKC and
NBA
Minnesota had. What I said, WNBA.
Yeah.
I mean NBA. My bad. NBA finals going on. Conference finals. OKC and Minnesota played last night. OKC coming off short rest after a 25 plus point shellacking of Jokic in Denver to win game 7, go into game 1 and look like rest over rust. It looks like what is it? Rest versus rust. It looks like it didn't matter because they went ham. I mean, they went off. OKC tore it up in the second half, and it was a wrap.
See, like this, the type of basketball discourse I be wanting the WNBA to have. Like the discourse I've seen today about the foul baiting and the disparity of the way the referees call defense against what Minnesota can do to OKC versus what OKC can do to Minnesota. Like Shea is a great player, but he embellished the hell out of some stuff, bro. And it's like subconsciously the referees give him the benefit of the doubt in situations where he don't really even, in my opinion, get fouled. And then you have Caruso on the other end who is able to be physical with Ant and play him totally different than, let's say, Malik Beasley, who's a good perimeter defender in his own right, can guard Shea. So you got two great perimeter defenders guarding two great players, but they're getting officiated differently in the way that they're guarded. So it's like now you got a game within a game because you're playing against the officials as well as OKC. And so I don't know if it would have mattered last night the way Minnesota was shooting. I think they were like 15 or 50 or something from three. Like that ain't winning many games. But it's just something for me to watch as the series goes on is can Shea continue to get those foul calls and put Minnesota in foul trouble early in the game and kind of change their rotations and how they do things? Because I mean, but you got good perimeter defenders and shooters. I said McDaniel. Anyway, I said the wrong name. Anyway, I said Malik.
Talking about Beasley.
Yeah, that's not who I meant. But anyway, you got good perimeter defenders.
Because he's with Detroit. You talking about
Jaden.
Jaden Daniels. Okay.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels or McDaniels or whatever. But
so
it's like they got good perimeter defenders, but if you can get them in foul trouble early and change their rotations, like it changed how they do things. And like Minnesota gonna need Nas and that bench to come to play, bro. I don't know. I think OKC too deep, bro.
Yeah.
But this right here, the one, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. And David put in and said second half about to be lit with this Knicks Pacers game. It's bringing back that old rivalry that Spike Lee on the saying choke, on the sideline, bro. It's just
5 years ago in the Eastern Conference Finals, these two teams.
Yeah, man. I love this.
I think this is a good series, bro, because they like Indiana fast-paced, kind of tall, rangy, long athletic players, you know what I mean? Then you got New York who's kind of physical, grinded out, gritty type players who want a slow half-court type offense. So it's like yin versus yang in a sense. So I think this might go 7, honestly.
Yeah. This might be the best NBA playoffs we've had in probably I was thinking at least 10 probably. I can't think of one so that's matter of fact, I could think going back to Shaq Kobe Lakers is probably.
I don't know if I go back that far.
No, that was when was that? That was too far. That's 2000. I'm thinking no. I'm thinking not even that far.
I mean, you can go back. You can go back to when you had D Rose on the Bulls. You had Paul George and them in Indiana.
Facts.
You had Melo in New York, the Heatles. Because even like Kemba Walker was coming in as an AC. You know what I mean? And like, and then the years the Wizards was the AC. Deshaun Stevenson was giving LeBron problems. You know what I'm saying? And winning a game or two. So I think this is the most parity that's been in the league in 15, 20 years probably. You know what I mean? It's been a while since we had this kind of it's literally a coin flip right now who's gonna win it all. You can make a case for anybody to win this thing.
Yeah, facts. And Dave says it's good because you can make a case for either of these four teams to win it all.
Facts.
So, and like he said, Reggie Miller commentating. So
the crazy thing is, like, Stephen A. and them mad because they gonna be either in Oklahoma or Minnesota. Like they just praying New York win this thing, so they at least get one big market. I'm telling you, bro. Like
Yeah.
Stephen A. do not want to be traveling back and forth between Oklahoma City and Indianapolis.
Oh man. All right, here we go, man. Speaking of, it was announced tonight. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander wins the NBA MVP. This is, if I'm not mistaken, I think I saw this earlier. This is the 5th year in a row a player born outside the United States has won the MVP. 5th.
It's more than that, big dog.
From what I saw, 5th year in a row.
Jokic got 3. And
yeah, he got 3. He got 1.
Got 1. Giannis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Giannis had 2. So 6.
It's 2018 is what I saw. Was the last time a United States player person has won. Because Giannis got 2, and B got 1, Jokic got 3, and then Shai. That's 7 years.
Okay. I just counted wrong, but yeah.
Yeah, it's been a minute, bro. Because I was gonna ask you who the next American-born player to get one.
No, it's 2019, yes, but it is 7. 2019. Giannis, Jokic, and B, Jokic, Gilgeous, Alexander.
Yeah. So who the next American player to get one?
I don't know, but it's gonna happen next year because them tariffs finna test some stuff up. They finna bring them tariffs. Gonna put.
No, well, they already here. They ain't important no more.
It's a wrap for them. It's a wrap. We finna deport all of them.
I think the obvious answer is Ant, right? Like he the obvious answer for the next American.
I think I got another argument for you. If this translates and moves forward, Halliburton.
I can see it, but he gonna have to get his numbers up because his performance is fine, but you got box watchers who vote. You know what I'm saying? Box score watchers. So he gonna have to get his points per game. And
I'm
stuff.
saying, matter of fact, I put it like this: whoever wins this series, this Knicks Indiana series, I think they're gonna have a leg up.
You gotta have like a number 1 seed though. Like you can't finish 4th, 5th like these two are. You know what I'm saying? And have a solid.
But I'm just saying I can see Brunson and or Halliburton having some that build up, that heat.
Yeah, I can see that. You know, because like next year, Boston presumably is going. Yeah,
I knew this was coming. I knew this was coming from David.
That's my dog, but Dave, my boy, but I ain't going that far. Yeah. But like Boston gonna take a step back next year, presumably Tatum injury. They probably gonna have to get rid of some pieces.
That's honestly who I would have said if not for the injury.
Well, Tatum problem is too many people on that team, so he don't get enough credit because you got Jaylen Brown and Drew and Derek White, so it's hard to win an MVP on a stacked team like that unless you Steph Curry type. But
or Brian.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But you got like lead the league and everything type stuff. So Boston take a step back. Milwaukee get rid of Greek Freak, Giannis. They take a step back. Like it's gonna be New York, Cleveland, Indiana as the top 3. So one of them.
Spider got him. You got think Spider got a chance?
Not really. I give it to Halliburton or the other two. I give it to Halliburton or Brunson over him. I mean, technically, yeah, he do got a chance, but I put the other two.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Yeah. I know what you mean.
But then you got Ant. I think you got to give him a good shot. And then I got a sleeper pick.
Okay.
2 actually. 2 sleeper picks. Cade Cunningham.
I was thinking that. It's funny you said that. I really was thinking who on Detroit could do it, and Kay Cunningham name popped up.
If Detroit can make a jump
Mm-hmm.
and get to like third seed or something like that, I can see him with good shot. And then the other one is they got a long way to go though. Paulo Banchero.
I like Paulo. I like him, and he if I'm not mistaken, Jordan reached out and added him to the brand too.
Yeah, Paulo dog, bro.
Just recently, yeah. So, yeah. Hold that thought pause up. That's coming up in a couple minutes. Let's try to get through these real quick. Notre Dame versus Wisconsin at Lambeau, 2026. This game was originally supposed to happen in 2020, but due to COVID, they had to change things up, and now they're bringing it back, part of the Shamrock series. I'd say I give Notre Dame some credit. They've been kind of trying to stack they I was say out of conference opponents, but every game is out of conference. They've been trying to stack their games up, make them actually set up some pretty good ones.
Got rid of one Big Ten school in USC and picked up another one in Wisconsin.
Yeah. How do you feel about the USC? Is that I mean, if you USC, I mean, cool, because you've been.
Yeah, if you USC, it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But if you Notre Dame, you gotta feel played, dog. You gotta feel played if you know. Like that's one of the longest standing rivalries in history, bro. Yeah, but I guess it's just kind of playing at Lambeau is cool for the but it's on a Sunday too, which means
that's gonna be Labor Day weekend game. Yeah. It's gotta be. That's the only time to do it. So, man, they keep on they got to keep it pushing, man. They finna keep on pushing. The tush push survive the vote to be banned.
That's the softest thing I ever seen in my life,
man. From the NFL. Yes, that's one of the softest ones.
Well, it's technically not the NFL.
I know it was the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, and all 21 other franchises who voted with them. But shout out to the Saints for not voting for that, man.
Yeah.
When Taysom Hill get back, we're gonna be
I think so. Here's the thing about that, because just like legislative bills, they throw stuff in there on top of it. So it would not just have been a quarterback sneak or push or whatever. It also would have been pulling or pushing a teammate in a pile.
Yeah,
so I mean, it would have been like if you're at goal line, you come up, your lineman come and push and try to push you in the end zone or whatever.
Yeah, no pushing.
Yeah. So,
but I mean, I feel like the Saints ain't vote for that because of Kellen Moore coming from the Eagles.
That's true.
You know what I mean? But I don't know. I just feel like that's soft, man. I'm glad they didn't ban it.
All right. I saw this today because it came up across my timeline. It's funny because it came across in two different ways. The United States flag football and the possibility and or the potential for NFL players to play in the Olympics. So you got on one side, you got Justin Jefferson saying, man, it'll be an honor and, you know what I'm saying, a dream come true to participate in the Olympics and to win a gold medal playing football. And on the other side, you got a guy who plays for the United States national flag football team who's saying, why would you just get rid of us for, you know what I'm saying, NFL players when we're the ones who have been pushing for this to get up here. So my question to you, should the NFL players play in Olympic flag football?
They should have to try out.
I agree.
Make it a tryout.
Here's my thing about that. I don't think even if you try, I don't think it's going to be a fair shot. I do think it should be a mix. I would love to see some of these flag football guys and you know what I'm saying, possibly, you know, so NFL or two, you know, play on this. I think it'll be more competitive. Two,
I'm cool with using NFL players on offense. But like, I don't know how good NFL players gonna be at pulling flags. So we might need to have some flag football players for the defensive side because they are already accustomed to pulling flags.
Have you seen that guy, the quarterback?
Yeah, man, you seen the way he dropped down, get his eagle on, came back up, bro. Like,
bro, I'm gonna be honest with Daryl Doucette. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Daryl Hoosh Doucette. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Pat, sit this one out. Lamar, come on, but I back up.
Yes, well, first of all, Pat ain't who I'd pick Lamar and Jaden.
Yeah,
as my two flag football QBs. And then people was talking about Chase and Jets. I don't know if I'd use Chase. I'm thinking more Jets, Malik, Tyreek Hill, Amon-Ra. Like I need like elusive after the catch. Like Chase more physical after the catch. That ain't gonna help you.
What's good,
you
DK? Yes.
I need elusive after the catch. So I need guys like Xavier Worthy. Like I need guys like that.
I actually like this from Dave. Dave said
that's the rule.
Like one player per franchise. Yeah, I can see
that's the rule. Yeah, it's only one player per franchise. But yeah, that's the type of players I want, man. I need like Jahmyr Gibbs type running backs. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I love to see that though. I want, like I said, I'm gonna be honest with you. I kind of would want to see regular schmegular Joe play a little basketball too. I want to see LA Fitness finest played in the basketball Olympics too.
Nah,
give me a couple of them, just a couple of them, bro. What? Give me a couple, just a few of them, man.
I'm cool. Well, we already struggling to win as it is, bro.
Yeah, I get that. I'm just saying, you get a couple of them LA Fitness dudes, bro. They go.
Man, what they finna do with some of them Lithuanian dudes, bro?
Bro, listen. I'm telling you, it's gonna be entertaining. It's all about the entertainment,
win, bro. I ain't care about entertainment.
I'm just saying, man. You dude.
If you want entertainment, get an LA Fitness team in the Big Three and let them play in the Big Three versus them guys.
Yeah. All right, man. Finishing up, bro. SEC baseball tournament is going on. My man Paul said this earlier. Don't look now, but Oklahoma baseball is 2-0 in their Hoover debut. I saw earlier Alabama and Tennessee played. Alabama made it interesting, but Tennessee blew the doors off of that one. So that one's been pretty interesting. Missouri just terrible.
They showed up, man. That's
I was just gonna say the pain is over. The pain of this season is over. My goodness, it's just been freaking awful to watch.
That team they swept. They got to win.
Yeah, Texas A&M got to. Texas A&M will play. They'll play Auburn, and the winner of that game plays LSU. You got Florida taking on Ole Miss. I think that one's late tonight, and then Oklahoma is taking on Georgia right now. So, yeah. Yep. That's it, man. You got any other expectations for the for SEC tournament or anything before we get ready to move on?
I'm just curious to see is Oklahoma gonna be that team? Every year there's a team that gets hot in Hoover and they make it to the semifinals or the finals and they kind of come out of nowhere. I wonder if that's gonna be Oklahoma this year. I mean, they got some decent pitching. All it takes is the bats to get hot at the right time.
Yeah, I think what's going to end up catching up with Oklahoma is rotation.
Yeah,
base
they got rotation. Good pitching, but they ain't got a lot of arm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, man, as we get, I know we get out of here. Stanley Cup. The Eastern Conference, Western Conference Finals. It's a strong possibility. This might be a very warm Stanley Cup. As you got Dallas Stars taking on Edmonton in the Western Conference, and the Eastern Conference got Florida taking on Carolina. Florida got the win last night. They up 1-0. The Western Conference hadn't started yet. I think they played tonight to start it off. So we could have a very hot Stanley Cup. Texas, Florida, Texas, Carolina.
Texas has a team in the Stanley Cup Finals or the Stanley Cup playoffs, but they don't have one in the NBA playoffs. Like California, either it's the first Western Conference Finals that doesn't have a Texas or California team in it since like 2005 or before that, something like that.
That's wild. You got to think
Dallas, Spurs, even Houston was in it a couple years, and then Lakers and Golden State. So, yeah, crazy. But I think Edmonton. I think Edmonton gonna make it though. Edmonton versus Florida Panthers is what I predict.
Yeah, Edmonton. I don't care. Yeah. I don't care as long as the Canadians don't win it. The Canadians have not won a Stanley Cup in, I think it's been a long time.
Yeah, I think Edmonton gonna take it. That's my pick.
Oh, bro, I know you lying. You want to take a guess when was the last time a Canadian team won the Stanley Cup?
It's been a long time. I'm gonna say 1991.
Oh shoot, you did better than I thought you did. It's 1993. It was the Montreal Canadiens, who defeated the LA Kings in 1993.
Yeah, I knew it's been a minute.
Yep, and they took that personally.
Yeah,
we knew you would know that, Mr. Number 67.
Nintendo 64.
Oh, is it 64? No, that's the number. My good man. What's good, Norm? Appreciate you. Man, that's all we got, man. We'll be back on Sunday to kind of talk. We got to talk about the college baseball seeding and all that good stuff. We'll have some more WNBA talk. Not WNBA. Well, we will have some WNBA talk, but we'll have some more NBA finals talk. We'll probably have a special guest on to help us talk baseball too. So yeah, man. Again, appreciate the opportunity. We got a special episode too. We'll drop this week. Give another shout out to our sponsors over at Dubby. Go check them out. Scan that barcode on the screen or go to bit.ly/NoChillDubby. That's DUBBY. Dubby, your taste buds' favorite energy drink. Appreciate y'all for tuning in like that. We out.